Okay, I'm going to teach you how to make an incredibly medicinal and insanely delicious creamer for your coffee or tea. We're going to start with unsweetened hemp milk. Why are we using this? It's got a lot of medicinal fats and omegas, teeny bit of protein, but we're trying to go higher in fat so that it's a little bit more ketogenic, because we want to, if we're doing this in the morning, we want to kind of encourage our body to have metabolic flexibility and not necessarily depend on sugars and carbs for energy. Start getting used to metabolizing fat. So we've got that hemp milk in the blender, and then what we're going to add, this is optional of course, is this pea seed lipids. Okay, it's phosphatidylcholine, super good for your liver. We're going to add like a big tablespoon of that stuff in there. Super good for your liver, for your brain, for your eyes, just a liver protectant. And then we're going to add like cacao powder. You can add as much as you want. I myself use 2 very heaping tablespoons, and I really mean heaping, like sometimes even a little bit more, because I really like cacao. It's super good for you. This is really the only carb that's in it, although there's not much carb. It's 8 grams of carb. That's for 2.5 tablespoons. 4 grams of protein. But it's not like it's going to raise your glycemic index or anything like that. It's not that kind of carb. So there will be that little bit of carb in there. As a sweetener, I'm going to add a combo of stevia and monkfruit. So you don't have to worry about like carb and protein with these, or even fat for that matter. I myself mix them together. And then I used, not a lot because I'm not trying to make it super sweet actually. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. I'll add, 2 to 3 of those. You don't need to add this, but I throw in some medicinal mushrooms. This is a blend of mushrooms. You can get it in powder form. But, you don't want to add a lot, okay? Like no more than a 1/4 teaspoon, because you don't want to like ruin the taste of this situation. The reason we're adding cinnamon powder, again, like 1 of these or more if you want, it's very good for, like, I know it's in a licorice bottle, but very good for blood sugar levels and bringing down blood sugar levels. It's also sort of a metabolic spark, gets your circulation going, even your peripheral circulation. Good for your immunity. There's a lot of medicinal qualities with that. We all know ginger has insane medicinal qualities. Both of these things will help, spark up your metabolism for sure. This is very warming to the body, helps with circulation, helps, with digestion. So with those, we're just using like maybe a 1/2 teaspoon. Well, it depends on how strong you like, play around with it, right? Like I use maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. You better start with that. And and then the last ingredient that we're using is MCT oil. This stands for medium chain triglycerides, and it's taken, it's extracted from coconut oil, and it's incredible stuff because it's used a lot in ketogenic diets, because it will really encourage the body to start to burn fat. It goes directly into fat burning rather than being processed first by the liver, and good for your brain. It just gives you it really supports the brain, and whatever supports the brain supports the eyes, okay? So that is more of a ketogenic orientation. You're going to blend it all together. I'm going to do that in a minute. By the way, it's a pricey investment to get all these ingredients, but then they'll last you forever, and the taste is so insane, and the medicinal qualities are unbelievable. So I personally think it's worth it. Look at this stuff. It is beautiful, and it's thick, and it's super good for you, and it has this tendency to foam at the top, like, wow, it's just crazy. I mean, you could even put a little coffee flavoring in there, you know, just a little bit of coffee. You could add more cacao if you want. Anyway, this is like crazy good in your coffee or tea. Over and out.